This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Generation 2 Megatron figure. Kind of a retro look at the toys. This baby came out back in the 90s, I say. And I have to admit, this is actually one of my favorite versions of Megatron that they've put out. And I really would like to see Hasbro give us a actual G2 accurate Megatron instead of all these, quote, cartoon accurate robot Megatron tanks that they've been doing over the last, decade now? Oh god, probably even longer than that when you get right down to it. I also have his original tech spec card here. Let's just take a quick look at that before we move on. Megatron is a combination... Decepticon leader, Megatron. Function, commander. Peace through tyranny. Megatron is a combination of brute strength, military cunning, ruthlessness, and terror. He aches to return to Cybertron to complete his conquest after destroying all the Autobots on Earth and capturing all of Earth's resources. He's incredibly powerful and intelligent, and he fires a nuclear-charged fusion cannon. He can also link up interdimensionally to a black hole and draw antimatter from it for use as a weapon. Megatron has no known weaknesses. Strength 9, Intelligence 9, Speed 4, Endurance 9, Rank 10, Courage 7, Firepower 10, Skill 6. I miss the old tech spec cards. So Megatron is starting out in his tank mode. He came with these missiles. I believe he actually had 4 or 6 of them to start with, but I've only got 3 on me. I also do not have his gun, unfortunately. He's got this little radar dish thing here. It does pop off. And as you can probably hear, he does make sounds. I don't actually remember how to make that sound. I think we pushed down, right? Yeah. So when you push down, you get the tank noise of him rolling. But when you want to look at this beauty sideways here, you know, the treads are plastic. It's not rubber. They don't move. He does come with 4 wheels. And let's be honest here, they hid all the robot kibble real well in this thing. Unfortunately, in tank mode, the only thing you can do is raise and lower the cannon on it. But there's no spin on the turret like a regular tank would have. But, I mean, this is still nice. Also, while we see this little spot up here that's kind of up like that, there's a reason for that. And it's not, you know, because they screwed up and showed kibble. It's so he can talk to you. Sadly, though, even though he does have wheels, they don't really roll very well. Based on the sound, I would guess that only like maybe 1 or 2 of them are actually rolling. But let's get back to the cannon here, shall we? So the cannon is really deep. Why is that? Because you can fit 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th missile would fit in there also. So we close it. We have this little thing back there. And we can fire. So let's be honest there, this Megatron is kind of an engineering masterpiece when it came to his, let's call it the action feature. He, of course, does have the Generation 2 version of the Decepticon logo on him. Also, his cannon says, "Eat this Autobots" on one side and "Big Stick" on the other side. Probably referring to as a Teddy Roosevelt. Talk quietly, but hold the big stick or something like that. Then we have, "Caution, stand clear of this area." But yeah, I think this tank mode looks great. It's definitely better than what we're getting from the modern day ones overall. The coloring's kind of gaudy, but it works for it. Really, you know, I love it. Now we have gotten a couple of repaints of our G1 cartoon-inspired Megatrons in this color scheme. One of the core class ones was done this way, as well as the Earthrise Megatron. But they still don't quite match up the beauty of this version. But let's go ahead and transform him. Hopefully without launching them. Let's take the missiles out so we don't accidentally launch them. Okay. Let's go ahead and launch all the missiles and then transform him. And we lost one. But yeah, I mean, just look at that. That is glorious. And that's actually a pretty nice shot there, isn't it? Okay. So transformation on this guy was pretty simple. Separate out the tank turret. Activate the sound effects. We slide the gun over, and the head pops off automatically. Fold down the legs in the back. Open up the covers. Obviously, in modern day Transformers, we would not be getting these covers with a Transformer because they cost more, and all they do is make the vehicle mode look better. Slide these forward like that. Close the back, hiding the hollowness of those legs. We can put the feet down. He's got teeny tiny little feet. Now, you can see here, there are little clips right here. Little slots right there. So you want to just kind of like slide this back and down. Like so. See that? We go like this and like that. It's not the best at locking into place, though, to be perfectly honest with you. Push the arms down. Turn these front parts around. We got the fists. The fists are unfortunately just kind of inside the arms. They don't pull out anything at all. And that is the transformation for the G2 Megatron here. Articulation-wise on this guy, the head does nothing except for make him say Megatron attack. The arms fold at the elbow here. And you can kind of feel there is a spring in there, as well as a ratchet. And then you can spin the fist all around. You can kind of do the butterfly joint thing a little bit here, going up and down. That's it. The legs technically fold back a little bit. You could even have them like bend the knee all the way like that if you wanted to. Fold the foot down a little bit, and you got him kind of looking like he's walking. Of course, you've had to open up the back there in order to do it. But, I mean, it's not terrible with the pose. It actually works. And, of course, that still works in robot mode. Man, I gotta clean him up a bit too, don't I? Overall, like, as far as an update to Megatron went, because they weren't going to do the guns anymore, this actually was a really nice version. Let's go ahead and take a look at that head sculpt. Definitely going to have to be pushing that up there on the screen separately. And he does. I mean, he does look like Megatron. He's got a Megatron-esque head. This isn't one of those weird things that kind of might resemble Megatron. It is definitely Megatron. The color on that's really nice. They kept the metallic purple for the face. The eyes are orange, matching up with kind of the orange on the stickers. And the stickers all came pre-applied. So overall, this is a really nice version of Megatron. I mean, he's got bigger boobs than any female figure made in the last couple of years, too, you know? He's glorious. The only thing that's really missing is articulation. And I would like to see this version of Megatron done in the modern line with good articulation. There's no reason for them not to. Now, of course, in the comics, in order to get to this point, that was in the G.I. Joe versus Transformers Generation 2 comic series, or it was Transformers Generation 2 versus G.I. Joe. I don't remember which way they did it. So, just a quick edit here. It was actually in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issues 138 through 142 that this Megatron was created. I've got the pictures kind of popping up on the screen right now for you to take a look at. But you see that Megatron made a deal with Cobra in order to get a gun and a new body. And this was actually a railgun designed by Cobra. And when Megatron found it, he demanded that they allow him to take it. And then Cobra refurbished him into this tank mode to go along with the new railgun. And man, like I said, I love this version. And it's too bad that all Hasbro's been concentrating on is giving us the stupid tank versions of Generation 1 Megatron. Like, how many more of those do we need? After that Studio Series Megatron that's coming out, this should be their next Megatron, a proper Generation 2 style one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you too would like to see this version of Megatron remade in the current Transformers line with modern articulation, blast that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense, please feel free to subscribe. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.